Hey everyone, this is Accounting Nightmare, and I'm just doing some videos for my YouTube channel since I'm still waiting for my internet upgrade to finish. So I thought I'd fill in some time here. I've been playing the heck out of the Mega Man Legacy Collection. I love it, and I've got it on Steam. It's got the first 6 Mega Man games, the NES ones, and they all run really well. And they all come with like a little database of enemy weaknesses and stuff. It's kind of cool. I like it. And also you can jump into any Robot Master fight that you want. That's a cool feature. But the thing I wanted to show you in this video is the challenges section. Yeah, so they use like different save states from the games and put them all together into a little endurance run, I suppose. And you have to finish fast enough to get gold. I've been working on them and I got all the gold medals, so I thought it'd be fun just to show you how I did it because it saves your replays. That's really cool. You can just watch a replay anytime you want. Also, you can look at the leaderboards and you can see other people's replays. That's really handy, especially for figuring out how to get gold on something, trying to figure out how to shave off a bunch of time. Yeah, I've got lots of strategies from that. So let's jump into Mega Man 1 Remix 1. Starting off nice and simple with Cutman's level from Mega Man 1. So this challenge is focused on Mega Man 1, but later on they do start to mix and match the games together a little bit. It's a pretty simple section here. Yeah, so you only have to get to the little portal and that'll take you to the next section of the challenge run. This is from Bombman's level. Bombman's level has like 3 different sections that they use in challenges, I think. This part's not too bad, just don't go too quickly. You can get over that. If you do, you save a bunch of time. But you do have to dodge that shot, so you don't get knocked off. Very easy section here. I don't know why that's here. I guess just for a change of pace. And a section from Dr. Wily's level. Those enemies there do so much damage when they touch you. They take a lot of hits to kill, so I feel like it's just easier to run through them and take the hit. Fireman's level. This section is really quite random because where those flames come down, yeah, that's completely random. So sometimes they'll be blocking your ladder, and sometimes they won't. Yeah, and you'll see that the amount of health I have is actually transferred over between these different challenges. So I don't know how they did that, but it's really neat. Your ammo and your lives aren't carried over, but your health is, even between different Mega Man games. So that's cool. This section is from Iceman's level. It's probably the easiest part of his level. You can kill those enemies, and I probably should have. I figured it would be easier just to run through and tank the hits, but I don't know. It might have been quicker to swap to a weapon to kill those things, like Cutman's weapon, or I think Electman's weapon will do it too. But yeah, that one only took a few tries. It wasn't too bad. On to Mega Man 2 Remix 1. Starting off with a bit of Crash Man. Yeah, most of these save states give you all of the items and weapons in the game, so you can really mess around with different strategies to get through things quickly. Killing enemies quicker, or using items to... Oh god, nearly ran off the edge there. Yeah, here, item 2, really good for skipping this. It's pretty scary though, because you do have to jump over those enemies, or you'll get hit and you'll fall off. Surprisingly, they don't use this section of Airman's level very often in the challenges. There are some rooms that they really overuse, and some that only show up once or twice. Yeah, so Quick Boomerang is really good at killing those, but later on I discovered much better weapons for killing those, namely the Leaf Shield. But yeah, I didn't know that at the time. Also, you can use Flash Stopper to stop that thing from spawning. Saves a lot of time. But yeah, I'll find out about that later on. This section is just super easy, just keep moving. Those fish, like, I don't think I've ever been hit by those fish, they're not scary. Just don't hit the spikes and yeah, that's pretty easy. Very quick room here from Bubble Man. It's really weird going back to Mega Man 1 and 2 after playing the later ones, because you don't have to slide anymore. It's really kind of strange. The slide's really good for saving time though, just moving quicker. Yeah, Leaf Shield will kill those very annoying enemies. Yeah, and those enemies are so annoying. I think it might just be quicker just to take the hit there and run through. You need a lot of health though, because they do a ton of damage. And this is from, I think it's from Quickman's level. Which is weird because these are fire enemies. You'd think they'd be from Heatman's level. Pretty strange. Into Metal Man's level. And here my health is getting a bit low, so I'm starting to be a bit more careful here. I might have been able to just tank hits. And I'm actually not sure what weapon is good at killing those things. Actually, I think it's crash bombs. Yeah, I think crash bombs will kill them. And that's the end of that challenge. So pretty short challenges so far. The really long ones are later on. The Yellow Devil. This is from Mega Man 1. And I feel like they put this challenge here just so that people could look at it and learn what the select trick is. Because that makes Mega Man 1 just way easier, more bearable. Especially the Yellow Devil. So we'll check that out. Yes, this is from Dr. Wily's levels. The classic Yellow Devil. It's weak to the Elect Beam. And if you've never seen the select trick used before, well, here it is. It's only in Mega Man 1. They took it out for 2 onwards because it's broken. Look at this. Yeah, when you pause, then their invincibility frames run out, and then you can unpause and do more damage. Yeah, so that's done using the select button, which it was mapped to L1 by default on my control. I'm using the DualShock 4. Because the select button, or the share button as it's called now, was used for the in-game, for the Legacy Collection menu. Yeah, and you only use the select button during Mega Man 1. The other ones don't use it, so yeah. I don't know if you can get a gold on that one without using the select trick. I'm really not sure about that. And here we have the Mecha Dragon from Mega Man 2. You do have to just start running immediately for this one. Otherwise the dragon will spawn on you and you will die instantly. It's weak to the quick boomerang. And you can spam the hell out of the quick boomerang, so that's pretty handy. It's best to stand on this top block up here, so that when you get hit by its fireballs, you'll fall onto the block below it, instead of falling into a pit and dying. Yeah, that's scary, don't want that. Craig's challenge. Don't know who Craig is, but this is an interesting challenge. It mixes and matches the different Mega Man games. We start off with Mega Man 3, fighting Proto Man. This is where I started using the rapid fire button. Yeah, Legacy Collection has a turbo fire button. It's actually bound by default, you don't even have to bind it. For me it was bound to triangle. It does kind of really break some things, as you'll see later on. Yeah, this is from Gravity Man's level from Mega Man 5. It's a pretty cool level, I like that they used it in this challenge. And Quickman's Beams. These challenges love Quickman's Beams. Yes, those lasers that will one-shot you. This is the early section of lasers though, so it's not too bad. Yeah, just if you fall in that left section, then you go straight into the portal. Save some time. And as long as you're as far to the right as you can go, you won't get hit by the lasers. And this section, I think it's from Bright Man's level. Not too hard, just you don't have to mess around with those enemies at all, just ignore them. Ah, Gutsman's platforms. These things suck. So many people hate these, you know, for good reason, they're pretty nasty. But you can use Magnet Beam to skip a lot of them. There's much better ways to do this room, but I came up with a strategy that just works really well for me. Use Magnet Beam to skip most of those platforms, Elect Beam to kill those enemies, and then Fire, the fire weapon, to kill these things, because it one-shots them. But yeah, you can skip over pretty much the whole room with Magnet Beam if you know what you're doing. Oh god, straight into Quickman's lasers. This is the second set of lasers, i.e. the nasty ones. These ones are the ones where you kind of have to know where you're going. You have to be pressing the right direction in order to do things quickly enough. I think they give you all the items here, so you could use the flash stopper if you really want to, but this is a good opportunity to really learn those lasers so you're not relying on the flash stopper. Bit more gravity, man. This room in particular shows up in a lot of challenges. I experimented with a few different strategies for it. Later on I started actually killing enemies. That one I just ran through. A Dr. Wily Machine. I think this is from... It's from either 1 or 2. I forget which one. It's from 2. Yeah, I don't know why Crash Bomb absolutely annihilates it. But it does. It's pretty good. Alright, so that was 5. We'll do another 5. Mega Man 1 Remix 2. It's so great being able to just load up your replays. Some more Gutsman's platforms. Yeah, there are some rooms that are really overused by these challenges. This one in particular gets used a lot. Guess I want to make sure you know how to deal with those. This time I decided not to swap to Elect Beam, I just decided to tank the hits. There's some health there, but I figured I'll just save some time and skip it. Hopefully I won't need it later. When you're killing that third enemy, sometimes you want to slow down slightly just to make sure it dies before you reach it. Because if you reach it too quickly, then you'll get hit and you'll fall into the pit. That may have happened to me at some point. Maybe. This hallway, this isn't used often in challenges. I never really figured out what a good strategy was for it. I just decided to tank the hits and keep running. It might be quicker to swap to a weapon though. This is another segment from Bomb Man's level in Mega Man 1. Yeah, those flying bomb enemies are so annoying. Super annoying. Sometimes you can bug it so that they actually stop spawning. I don't know how you do that. Yeah, it's a bug of some kind. Oh yeah, this segment is really nasty. I don't know if you can rush through this in any particular way because you have to be super careful. These enemies are very well positioned to, oh god, knock you into pits. So you do have to kind of memorize when you need to shoot them. If you kill those screwdrivers, that's ideal. Then you can swap to Magnet Beam and skip over all that stuff. Magnet Beam breaks so many of these rooms. Like this one. If you're really good, you can just jump off the platforms and it'll probably be quicker. Or if you want to take it slower, you can use Cutman's weapon to kill those enemies. And I'd put that Magnet Beam too high, but it's okay. I'll be fine. Then it's the same room, but this time with electricity instead of those enemies. Moving on to some more Fireman. Yeah, I'm really worried about my health by this point, but they give you health here, so why not take it? The segment isn't too bad, really. But this segment, on the other hand, can go to hell. These platforms are the worst. Don't try and do this segment without Magnet Beams, just don't. They are horrible. The platforms are pretty much completely random. They can slam you into the ceiling, which has spikes on it, which will kill you. Or sometimes they can just not go near each other and you'll be stranded on the platform. There was some really messy Magnet Beam there, but it's okay. I still got gold. Now for this corridor, it's not too interesting. It just has these enemies spawning over and over. Some penguins to start off with. I started off just shooting them, but then I found out you can just jump over them and let's just do that. But then that swaps them for these bombs. You definitely just want to jump over the bombs, because shooting them makes them explode. Then if you touch the explosion, you get hurt. Plus it causes a lot of lag in the game, and the timer is in real time, not game time, so... And yeah, a bomb freaking spawns right at the end there, very annoying. Iceman's blocks, just Magnet Beam past him, screw him. There we go. Not too bad. Mega Man 2 Remix 2. Okay, so start you off in this save state where if you're holding forwards, you'll fall through the fake floor. That's pretty mean. Some Heatman's platforms. But item 1 lets you skip that. And you should, because you're trying to go fast here, you're not trying to do the blocks legit. This section from Airman's level with the PP birds is used a lot in challenges. So it's a good idea to just get a handle on how to do it. It's not too bad as long as you can shoot the PP birds' eggs before they drop enemies. This section, if you're holding up as you spawn, then you can grab the ladder. So it really pays to memorise the order of these rooms. Because then you can use item 2 to skip over most of that. Much faster. Onto Crash Man's level. This music's great, by the way. Yeah, these platforms moving around, you can skip those with item 1. Very handy. And another room that you can skip using item 1. But then I screwed it up and I put the platform too high. There we go. Thankfully you can just try again after you let the items disappear. This corridor has those annoying drill enemies that come from the ceiling and the floor. And it just seems to be quicker just to activate the flash stopper to freeze time so they don't pop up. Then item 3 lets you get up there, and then I put it too high and I didn't jump quick enough. How embarrassing. But it's okay. Then we have spikes everywhere. This part isn't too bad though. Yeah, not too bad. Then a bit more Quick Man. Yeah, so you probably do have the flash stopper here if you really want to use that. For this early segment though, you really shouldn't need it. You just fall through that left pit there. And you'll be fine. You'll save time because then you don't have to run all the way to the left once you reach the bottom. Some Bubble Man. So you got this big fish spitting out these shrimp for some reason. I think you might be able to just run through the fish, just take a hit and then run through it while you're invincible. I think you can do that. That will be quicker. I decided to fight it though, using good old metal blades. This segment's pretty annoying. It's got those big walker enemies. This is from Flashman's level. And yeah, those walkers do so much damage to you. Look at that. They're hard to dodge. And air shooter usually one-shots them if all the hits land. But then an enemy pops there anyway, so... Yeah, so there, if you're quick enough, you can jump on that platform that Walker was standing on. But I decided just to play it safe and use item 1 to skip that thing. Here, if you really need health, you can grab that E-tank and use that immediately, because I don't think it will carry over to the next save state. Your health will, though. But I figured I shouldn't need it. That would waste too much time. Then I ended up getting some health anyway. Yeah, that flash stopper will let you just run through the crushes with no worries. You have to deal with the drill enemies, but they're not too bad. Plus they can drop health for you. And then I believe this is the last room, and then I screwed it up. You can see I had a lot of screw-ups in this particular run. But I still got gold, so yeah, it's fine. This is actually easier than the normal section of this level is, because you only have to touch the portal, you don't have to grab the ladder. So it is a bit easier. MM1 Robot Rush. I hope you like the select trick. I think they do intend you to use a select trick, because I don't know if you'll get a gold if you don't. Yeah, so Cutman is weak to Gutsman's weapon. And you can just blow him up with 2 hits. Pretty good. Gutsman! He's weak to bombs. And trying to land that first bomb well is very important for killing him quickly. Yeah, if you blow it up close enough to him, then you can get the whole 3 hits in, which will kill him immediately. Bomb Man is weak to fire. And he takes a few hits, but if you select trick it well enough, then you'll kill him nice and quick. And here I'm going too fast. Yeah, if you go too fast, then it won't register any damage, and nothing will actually progress. So you have to get into a good rhythm. And Elect Man, weak to Cutman's weapon. He takes tons of damage from it. Good, because he does tons of damage to you, so it's only fair. Iceman is weak to electricity for some reason. It 3-shots him, which is good because he also 3-shots you. Some of the bosses in Mega Man 1 are really nasty, but fighting them with their weakness makes them so much easier. Especially the select trick. Fireman is weak to ice. Not water, ice. Takes a few hits, but if you select trick it properly, you should be able to kill him with 1 shot. And then Wily Machine number 1, the last boss of Mega Man 1. This Wily Machine is a bit weird. It's got some strange hitboxes. Yeah, so phase 1 is really weak to the fire weapon. I'll keep forgetting what this fire weapon's called. But it's actually, the fire weapon actually has a shield around it, and it will just annihilate him. So you can do that a lot quicker by getting up close to him and shooting the fire weapon. It will just tear him apart. It's great. Then phase 2, you just use the cut weapon and select trick it a whole lot. Yeah, now it's outside the hitbox, now you shoot again. I don't know if there's anything he's weaker to than the cut weapon. This strategy just seems to work really well. Yep, you're gone. And finally, we'll look at the Mega Man 1 Megamix. And of course, starting off with Gutsman's stupid platforms again. Yeah, if you're really, if you're a lot more comfortable with Mega Man 1, then you can actually skip over that first platform with the magnet beam and then land on the second and immediately jump on another magnet beam, which will let you skip over this whole section with the magnet beam, and then I think you land right here, and then you do more magnet beam and skip these guys. But I figured I can take them out without too many problems the way I do it, so why fix what isn't broken? It's getting me gold medals, so no reason to change my strategy. This room again is just learning where those enemies spawn so you can kill them before they give you hassles. And yeah, magnet beam, let's just skip that. Magnet beam is quite a broken item in many ways. It looks just buggy as hell because it just flashes in a really weird manner. But they're throwing Bomb Man for some reason. I think the Megamixes are where they throw in boss fights every now and then. In this room, it shouldn't be any problem, although I did manage to die on that room once, somehow. Don't ask me how, I don't know. Another really easy room. And there's some health on the right there if you want to grab it. Doesn't take too long to grab either. And Fireman. Yeah, once again they give you all the items, so you might as well just tear him apart with his weakness. If you want gold, of course. That was a much better select trick than I did in the other fight. This section from Bomb Man's level. Yeah, to dodge those things, just walk into the wall like that. And they'll explode around you and not hit you. I decided not to try and go for the shortcut that time. If you do get the shortcut though, it saves a bit of time. Plus, there's some health there for you to grab. Oh yes, Fireman's level again. Oh yeah, this time I decided to try and use the magnet beam to skip over this stuff, which didn't go particularly well. I'm still not great at the magnet beam, and then the bloody fire knocked me off the ladder. That didn't go too great. But oh well. Yeah, I started off pretty hesitant about using the magnet beam a lot in challenges, because I'm just not very comfortable with it. Yeah, that bomb didn't explode close enough to him, but that time he just landed on it, so... Gutsman is pretty random as to where he decides to jump. And that was pretty good to kill those screw enemies very quickly. Letting me move on. Oh god, Iceman's platforms. This section sucks, just skip over it with the magnet beam. So much slowdown though because I put down so many magnet platforms. This section, skip this with the magnet beam. Don't try and do this legit. It's those horrible platforms again. They're really buggy, they're really random, and they are a nightmare. Screw those platforms. Straight into spikes. Yeah, sometimes some of the save states, if you're holding forwards when you start, you'll just go straight to death. So you do have to kind of learn the order of these rooms. But it's okay, I didn't lose much time. Yeah, Magnet Beam lets you skip the bulk of the challenge in that room. And the Yellow Devil again, because... why not, I guess? And I have like full health now because I died in that previous room. So I can just stand here and tank all the hits if I really wanted. It's good practice to try and dodge the blocks though. And that's Yellow Devil down. So that was the first 10 challenges, I believe. Yeah. Well, we'll come back and look at 10 more next time. Starting off with the Mega Man 2 Robot Rush. I'll have things to say about that one. I'll see you next time.